What's up, kings and queens? It's your boy Dan from Dark Previews, and I gotta tell you, I am pretty upset right now. And it's not only because I had a losing day yesterday, but I just finished recording the whole video. An hour and 20 minutes I spent recording a whole damn video, and I've gone to edit it, and I've realized that my trusty microphone over here was on mute the whole time. And I was pouring my heart out in this video, so I am pissed. So I went through all of my leans with detailed explanations. I spoke about frequently asked questions I get in the comment section, and I have to redo it all. Off the top of the dome, I don't know what I'm going to do for the next 10, 50 minutes and what I do. Do I go through everything in detail? Shit. But I am upset about that. So, firstly, I want to apologize. This video is probably not going to be what you were expecting. I'm usually a lot better than what you're about to see. And that last one I just failed to record properly was an absolute banger. But let's talk about, I guess, some of the leans that I had. Well, firstly, what I did in the last video, which I'm going to have to repeat, was I went through all the losing bets that I had, and shit, I had a lot of them. And I guess to summarize, I did a sports betting coaching program not too long ago where I was coaching sports bettors to be better, and I found a lot of success in that. But it did take up a lot of my time, so I pumped the brakes on that. But one thing I did teach all these people that I was consulting was that when you lose your bets, go back, reflect, and figure out why they lost. And a lot of the bets that I looked at yesterday, the key consensus there was I didn't research them thoroughly enough. What I did miss was I didn't, I guess I discounted the matchup. I didn't look too heavily into that. I fell in love with the recent form, or I fell in love with the form against the opponent, or I backed the fucking Celtics knowing they have nothing to play for up against a hungry, determined Milwaukee Bucks team. So reflect on all of your bets, learn something from those losses, and then take those learnings into your future bets. Is pretty much summarizing a 10-minute segment of the video that I just failed to record properly. But I'm going to still preview. I guess, look, I'll take you through these props, but I'll take you through them a lot quicker because I am going to be repeating myself. And before we get into that, though, there was a couple of things that I did talk about in the last video, which I think are quite important. These is a response to a lot of the common questions that I get in the comment section of each and every video. So I wanted to address those head on. The first thing that comes up all the time is, what do the numbers mean after in the pinned comments after my bets? And what those numbers are, they are the odds. They are decimal odds, which is what we see here in Australia. For those of you in America, you get American odds. So a translation for that is $1.90. That equates to minus 110 for you guys in the US. When I say plus money, we're talking about plus 100 in the US. In Australia, it's called $2. So you put $100 on, you get $100 back. The way the $2 things work, it's $100 times $2 equals to $200, which is your total return. So it's $100 profit. That's how that works. That's what those things mean. Another common question I get is, where's the pinned comment? Every single video I say, watch the whole video first. And by the time you're finished watching that video, I should have the pinned comment in there. Every time I upload a video, 5 minutes after it's been uploaded, someone puts a comment in there saying, where's the pinned comment? So that's not going to make the pinned comment appear a lot quicker. The whole reason I preview the whole slate and talk about what I'm thinking is to help me make those pinned comments. So I will not forget it. I have never forgotten to put a pinned comment in, so don't worry about that. It is coming. If it's not there now, it is on its way. I can assure you of that. The other common question that does come up in the pinned comment section is, what are you going to be doing after the NBA season? And for a long time, I had convinced myself I was going to be creating content on MLB. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't fucking know anything about MLB. I don't know the rules for baseball. I don't know the terminology. I don't know any of the players. I can read the data that's on Outlier. But for a while, I was trying to convince myself that I could do it. I was testing some strategies, reviewing MLB stuff. But I have to tell you, I wasn't necessarily enjoying it. So I've actually made the decision that after the NBA is done, I'm not going to create daily content. I'll obviously keep creating sports betting content, but not at this frequency. I'm not going to be creating content every single day. I'm going to take some downtime because if you think about it, I've been doing this the whole NBA season. I'm talking 3 to 4 hours every single night. I go to bed at 2 a.m. I wake up at 5 or 6 a.m. to go to work. To do that every single night from October all the way through to June or whenever the NBA season done is quite taxing. It takes me away from a lot of other important things in life. And I've decided I'll take a break after the NBA. I'm going to work on some other things. One thing I'm going to be working on is is a mobile app. I'm thinking of taking everything I used to do in my coaching program, putting it in a mobile app so you could have your own virtual coach to help you with sports betting, bankroll management, reviewing your bets, researching your bets, articles, videos, all those types of things. That's something I'm considering. Who knows? Who knows where that lands? The other thing I wanted to address, a common thing that comes up is how can you support me? How can you help me? You guys really appreciate what I do. The memberships, I've activated that on YouTube. So all you have to do is click on this join button down here. That will make you a Daft Previews All Star if you do happen to sign up. And what do you get from that? You get like emojis, and your comments are going to stand out from the crowd. You get priority of my responses. Obviously, if anyone who's a member comments on any of my videos, I can guarantee you that I will reply. You get access to members only content. You could preview my content earlier than everybody else. So that's another option. But yeah, a lot of you guys are asking for ways to support me. You could do that. You could use the links in the description. My partnership with Outlier, with BetUS. You can use all those things to support me, or you can do a super thanks as well. $1, $5, $50 I've had in the past, whatever it is. At the end of the day, a channel as small as mine, I probably make $15 to $20 a video, and that's 4 hours worth of work to make $15 to $20. But I do enjoy it, right? It's not about the money for me. But yeah, many ways that you can support me. But let me do what I do best and try to support you. I'm going to hammer through a lot of these leans that I do have. I'm not going to go into as much detail. As I said, I've already spent an hour and 20 minutes doing it, and now I have to redo it again. So let's go. All right, we're taking a look at Cleveland versus Memphis in this game. I'm not going to smash through all the bloody players that are missing and who's not. I'll just tell you what I'm thinking and why. So in this game, I'm thinking of doing a parlay already, to be honest. And it's going to be a first quarter parlay. The first one, Darius Garland over 1.5 assists. He's got a great matchup here against Memphis. He's hit this line in 8 of his last 10 games. He's hit this in 2 of his last 3 games against the Grizzlies. So the assist numbers have been there, and he's got a good matchup, and I'm thinking of taking that again. That's the first one. The second one is Jarrett Allen over 5.5 points in the first quarter. It's one of my favorite bets from over the last 2 weeks. I've pretty much been betting it almost every single time. He's hit this in 8 of his last 10 games, averaging 6.6 points per game. He's got a great matchup here against Memphis. There's no Jaren Jackson Jr. either. There is a chance that there's a blowout. So Jaren Jackson Jr., hoping he eats early. I'm combining that with Darius Garland because it's a correlated play. Garland can get his assists and Jarrett Allen can get his points, and both of those bets can both happen at the same time. So I do like that. Might play half a unit on that. The other thing I'm looking at in this game is for Max Strus. Now, I do like his rebounds and his assist line, but I'm probably looking at his rebounds plus assists because of the matchup data. He does have a great matchup for rebounds. His assist matchup is not bad, but it's not as good as his rebound matchup. And if you look at his form, he's had some big assist games as well. So hopefully those two together can help. Smashed it over his last 4 games, and his last matchup against the Grizzlies, 10 rebounds and 4 assists. So I do like that as well. Another lean that I have and I went through was for Evan Mobley, but the matchup's not great, and I don't want to take 4 bets from 4 players in the same team in the same game, because if I've read the game wrong, that's going to be a very expensive exercise. So I'm probably leaning towards just taking Strus rebounds plus assists, and then Garland and Jarrett Allen first quarter parlay. So that's pretty much this one. The next game, Charlotte Hornets versus the Atlanta Hawks. In this particular game, the only player that I liked was DeAndre Hunter, and it was his assist prop. Looking at the assist prop, the line's at 1.5. He's covered this in 7 out of his last 10, 5 consecutive games. Good matchup here. Hornets allow the most assists to small forwards on the season. Against them, he's only covered in 3 of his last 7, but he's only played 1 game against the against the Charlotte Hornets without Trae Young. And in that game, 3 assists. It was a 40-point blowout win for Atlanta. So he only played 27 minutes. I like this play for DeAndre Hunter, is basically what I'm saying. The next game, you guys might hate me for this one, but Mikal Bridges ticking all the boxes here. So he's hit this line in 9 of his last 10 games, averaging 3.7 3-pointers made per game. He's got the best matchup in basketball here. The Raptors allow the most 3-pointers made to small forwards on the season. Head-to-head matchups, he's covered this in his last 2 games against the Raptors, 4 and 3 3-pointers made. Now, I know a lot of you guys don't like Mikal Bridges, and I don't like him either. But the data's there, right? So I just wanted to share that with you. Other than that, there's nothing else in this game that piques my interest. Dallas versus Miami. Now, Miami might be without Terry Rozier and Tyler Hero in this game. They already struggled to defend guards in general. They're missing Duncan Robinson already. So that's 3 wings and guards that they're probably going to be without within this game. What I like, Luka. I like Luka's points prop, and I also like Luka's points plus assist prop. Now, the matchup is pretty good. He's also, I believe, determined to win this MVP. How does he win that? Dallas have to keep winning, and Luka needs to keep pumping out the numbers. So the last 2 games have been great. 37-12, 39-10. Up against the Miami Heat, check this out. 3 games, 41, 50, and 46 points plus assists. Luka has absolutely destroyed the Miami Heat. He's got a lot to play for. It shouldn't be a blowout. Dallas are only slight favorites on the road here. Is a back-to-back for Luka, but he didn't play as many minutes against the Charlotte Hornets. I think he comes out and he absolutely kills it. The next game, Spurs versus OKC. Now, Chet Holmgren, he's the only player that I really looked at, but there's only markets available for SGA and Chet. We don't even know if SGA is going to play. Chet for 15 points. Wasn't a bad-looking play. I honestly don't like it that much. I should have taken the opportunity not to share this because I'm probably not going to bet on it, but it looks pretty good. 14.5 points. He's cashed on 67% of games this year, 6 of his last 10. Great matchup, but Wemby's not going to be playing. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for Chet because he's loved playing against Wemby. Last 2 games against Wemby and the Spurs, 17 and 23 points. So, yeah, I think the line's like 18, 20 points or something like that. So, I'm not sure if I'll take that bet. There's no markets available for anybody else. I think someone like Josh Giddey could potentially have a big game. The next one, the Magic versus the Bucks. Giannis probably won't play, injured his calf. But the Magic, great defensive team. Bucks probably desperate at this point in the season. The only player that I could see myself taking in this game is one for Banchero. And what I'm looking at for Banchero is under 6.5 points in the first quarter. Now, he's gone under this line in 9 of his last 10 games, averaging 3.5 points per game in the first quarter. Giannis may not play, but it's a difficult matchup for power forwards. I think someone like Bobby Portis could slow Banchero down if we only need him to slow him down for the first 8 to 10 minutes. He's had 5 career games against the Milwaukee Bucks, and in all 5 of those games, he's failed to cover 6.5 points in the first quarter. So, yeah, so looking at these numbers, I don't mind this pick. Denver versus Minnesota. We don't know if Aaron Gordon's going to play. He's impacting a lot of lines. I said it in the last video that I obviously recorded. With this particular game, probably a good game to watch, not the best game to bet on, in my opinion, based off what I've seen. So I didn't take any bets on that one. But the last game is the Phoenix Suns versus the Clippers. I don't like betting on these home and home sets where they kind of play their own mini playoff series. They go back to back. The last game, the Clippers are up by like 30 points in the first quarter. It was very strange. So could be a difficult game to bet on, depending on how you feel the outcome's going to go. For this particular game, the only one I'm considering betting on is on Devin Booker. And I'm looking at taking under 12.5 rebounds and assists. So in terms of the matchup, Clippers, 3rd fewest rebounds, 11th fewest assists. In his last 10, he's gone under 7 times, averaging 10.9 rebounds and assists. And if we look at the head-to-head form against the Clippers, he's gone under in 9 of his last 11 games against the Clippers. He's played them 3 times this year. He's had 8, 5, and 8 rebounds plus assists. He could have a big scoring game. He was 1 for 11 in the game they played today. Hopefully he does get me assists as well. So, yeah, I'm looking at taking Devin Booker's under on that one. Now, look, I do apologize that this feels rushed because it was rushed. I've now spent almost 2 hours recording this damn thing because I had to redo it all over again. My God, that sucks. But look, I just want to say thank you all for the support. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and you probably didn't, but hopefully the picks that I share are absolute bangers. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Before I record the next one, I'll make sure this thing is recording, and if I fuck it up again, my God, somebody's going to get hurt real bad. But best of luck. I'll reply to you guys in the comments. If anyone who joins up and becomes a Daft Previews All-Star, I'll be sure to reply to you first. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Sub to the channel cause your boy's getting busy. Coming to your line from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice and the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me.